Version 01.02.0330, timer shooting, almost everything you need to know, the pros and the cons, a how-to. I'm going to modify and edit the video, so this way we don't waste time. I have timer shooting on. If I come over here and I go into the video mode, you see a clock. The clock is hours and minutes only. It's not hours, minutes, and seconds. Two ways to get into timer shooting. For the first time, you're going to swipe down, go to the cog, and scroll to timer shooting. Or if you're already set up and the clock is on, you need to get back into it, you simply hit the clock. So we're going to shut this off, exit out, swipe down to the cog, scroll till you see timer shooting, and open up and enable. We're going to do video. We have, here's mode, our customs, in default, video, super night, and time lapse. Video is checked. I back out, and I want to set a time up last. I'm going to go to my duration, 30 seconds, a minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hour, 5 hour. And if I want to repeat once, 5, 10, 30 every day. We can have a little bit more in the duration and the repeat. We are generally given enough to use. We're going to set the time up. It is 7:54 plus. Now, in given times, if you're in different modes, different settings, this clock kind of differs in time. So we're going to set this up to 7:56. We hit the check, X out, there's our clock, and all you need to do is either leave it on or shut it off. You could use power, plug in a cable if you want, or you could just let it run off a battery, depending on what you're doing. Sunrises, sunsets, or just taking a shot at a given time, putting a camera as a security camera to capture the moments, and so forth. I'm going to explain how this works. At 7:53:30, the camera will turn on. At 7:54, you're going to see the clock go away. Then it's going to give you a 3, 2, 1, beep, record. After 30 seconds, it's going to give a beep, stop recording, and give a 5-second countdown and shut off. And here we are. You do not know if it's doing anything because all you see is a clock on hours and minutes with no seconds. As it hits its time, the clock will go away. And we're waiting for that to happen. There we go. It did about 2.5, 3 seconds, gave a 3, 2, 1 countdown. The bullet is recording. And then you're going to get a prompt on top over here telling you a 4-second countdown to shut off. You can interrupt it. You could come here and you could touch the zoom and set it up. You could look at your clock and you could touch your brightness level. Here we are completing. Camera unit powering off in so many seconds. Congratulations, you have completed timer shooting. When we turn on timer shooting again, our clock is gone. We now have a 100% working timer shooting in video mode. What we're going to do is swipe down, go to the cog, look for timer shooting again, and we're going to turn it on and now set up in mode for time lapse. If we come in here and we go into the duration, we cannot set anything up. So what we need to do is X out, go into Timelapse and open up, and we see the clock there. If you swipe over to the next scene, slow motion, the clock is not there. So you want to make sure that you know your clock is on in Timelapse. You know you have everything set up here manually, 5 minutes, 1 minute video. I'm going to basically shut this off. I'm going to return it on. I'm going to be in Timelapse. I'm going to be in repeat once, and I'm going to do my time. It is going to be at 8 o'clock my time. And I'm going to shut my camera off. In about a minute's time, we're going to see the camera turn on. 30 seconds prior, the clock will go off, then give us a 3, 2, 1, start. Timer shooting countdown. Then in Timelapse, it will do its 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and actually start recording video. That is how Timelapse works with the 5-second count. They're not going to get rid of the 5-second count. So you have a little bit more of a delay. You then are going to get your 5 minutes of Timelapse, and then when it completes, the con is the camera's not going to shut down. It'll only shut down on auto power off. So let's show you. 30 seconds from now, the clock will disappear, then give a 3, 2, 1 countdown, and then give a 5-second countdown. It'd be 4, 3, 2, 1, and start. You see, there's the time lapse there. So now you know how everything is working, and then we're going to show you the issues here. 3, 2, 1, 5, 4. Bluetooth and Wi-Fi connection will be disabled after shooting starts. So you cannot use your Wi-Fi and Bluetooth or Mimo app during time lapse. Your screensaver is set. Notice the screensaver is not doing any counting at all. It'll change from 4 minutes and 50 seconds to a different time in a number of seconds. This is a con. As you're going to see it change, it should change, just bear with it. Bear with it. And if it don't change, what you're going to do is, when you're near the camera, you want to see the actual time work, you're going to wake the screen up. And that's what we're going to do here. We're going to wake the screen up. There you go. See how it changed? And it's giving an actual countdown now. This is something that DJI now needs to correct. You notice that the clock is stopped at 4 minutes. So let's wake the screen up by touching it. It should open up. And then when it closes off again, it'll do the actual countdown. And then we'll skip over to the last minute of the video for you. We're going to talk and tell you that the problem in time-lapse will be the screensaver and the stopping and not shutting off. As DJI is with grayware V01.02.0330, they're still working quietly on timer shooting. It is perfect in video mode, but not perfect in other modes like time-lapse. If you are setting your camera up and you're in one particular mode and you start to switch off, you have some problems where you may not get your scheduled recording. So please remember, this is not 100% perfect, that you can manipulate it. During the setup and you leave the camera on, you could fool around with your camera all you want, and timer shooting's going to take over. And we're going to show you that next. We're going to set up a video record, leave the camera on, and go through different settings and see if we could record in slow motion or another mode and see if it switches over. So we're getting down to the last couple of seconds here. I'm not 100% sure of this time, but the time disappeared, and here we are. I woke it up, and it's counting down to the last minute here. I'm just not sure if I'm happy with the way this is at. Why it disappeared and I got rid of it, I don't know. It said it was like 30 seconds, and I got another 40 seconds here, as you can see. So we have issues, as you can see. So we're coming down to the last 15 seconds, and there we go. We got the time to come on. I just don't get that. And here we are. See what the camera's going to do for you. It should stop. It stopped. And did it shut off? No. So this is shutting off when you go into your cog and you're going to look into your auto power off. And you see time code is grayed out now. And there's your auto power off in 5 minutes time. Your video mode is gone. And I'm going to go back to, my time-lapse mode is gone. I'm going to go back into video mode. And now I'm going to set up, again, timer shooting, restart. We're going to try to show you some issues here. Not going to be perfect. It's 011. Let's make sure we're on 0811. I'm going to just basically fool around with the camera. I'm in bicycle mode, video mode. I'm just going to come here and I'm going to take a super night shot. I'm going to let it run for so many seconds, 30 seconds, maybe 10 seconds. And then I'm going to simply just leave it over here. And in a couple of seconds, we probably will see the camera switch on over to bike mode. But if you're fooling around, the camera should automatically go into the bike mode and do its video, which is what I'm saying. And there we go. Recording. So we have this working 100%. And there's the time. The time should have went away because we were on once. Could it be because I interrupted it? Could it be because that is a flaw? We don't know. But we showed you how timer shooting works and everything you need to know about it. I hope this was an interesting video to you with the Action 5 Pro and scheduled timer shooting recording. If DJI allows us to do subject tracking, go into the timer shooting and open up. All we have in customs are video mode types. Subject tracking won't work. That would be something that this camera now could have as a security, that they could track the people in a room. timer shooting. Maybe an option they will release in the future.